Who's ready for some Titan fun? Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire is about Kong encountering more of his species in Hollow Earth and must unite with Godzilla to stop their tyrannical leader and a powerful climate-changing Titan from destroying the surface. Hello and welcome back to another review from HLHReviews. Today I will be reviewing Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire, the sequel to Godzilla vs. Kong from 2021, and the fifth film of the Monsterverse franchise. And just to get this out of the way first, I apologize in advance for, not getting this review out sooner. I was busy during the Easter weekend, which I hope you all had a happy Easter. I ate too much candy, which does explain why we're all sick. But, yeah, overall, I just hope you guys had a happy Easter and all. But now we get on to the review. Godzilla is a franchise where, if I'm in the right mood, I can have some fun with it. The Monsterverse, especially, is no exception to that. Other than me not liking Godzilla from 2014 whatsoever, because I just found that movie to be boring, I have fun with the rest of the franchise, Kong Skull Island, Godzilla King of the Monsters, and the movie that we had about 3 years ago, Godzilla vs. Kong. I haven't watched the Monarch TV series that came out on Apple TV earlier this year, and I didn't even see the animated series on Netflix, which I'm sure I'll come around to watching both, but for now, I'm going to talk about Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire. I basically had no expectations for this whatsoever. I just walked into this film expecting it to give me the same type of film, or type of fun, rather, that I get with the franchise, because the Godzilla movies, including in the Monsterverse especially, even though there are some exceptions, this is a franchise where storytelling, you're not going to really find it much here. So, all in all, I just expected same fun, monster spectacle. That's basically what I got. Let's talk about why. And we're starting this review off with the buckets of popcorn. The movie has great overall visual effects, and it's basically the same as you would expect from this franchise, though it will never be men in suits or even seeing practical effects like the Toho Godzilla films of old. The CG does the best job possible to sell to you of seeing buildings falling apart, or even just seeing, Godzilla and Kong fighting other monsters. The characters all around were likable. The ones that stood out to me the most in this movie was Bernie, played by Brian Tyree Henry. He returns from Godzilla vs. Kong. He's a funny character, and he keeps that same likable and funny personality we saw him in the previous film. And Brian Tyree Henry, he does great in the role again. So yeah, Bernie, I like that dude, and I hope he gets to come back in the next Godzilla and Kong film. And another character that also stood out to me was Gia, who also returned from Godzilla vs. Kong, played by deaf actress Kaylee Huddle. She's the one who gets the most character development in this film, and I enjoyed seeing her journey in this, where she gets to discover her tribe in Hollow Earth, because she feels that, whatever signal that is happening in Hollow Earth, it feels like it's calling to her, because she's struggling with, of going to school and just trying to fit in and all. But yeah, I enjoyed the development she got, and I like seeing how all that was going to lead into the third act, as well as seeing like the dynamics with her and her adopted mother, who
just fears of wanting to let go of Gia after she finds her tribe. I really enjoyed the character of Gia, and and just like Bernie, I would really like to see her come back in the next film. I enjoyed the scenes that involve Kong and, I'll just call him Baby Kong, and how their relationship evolved. Some of the stuff they did with both of them, they genuinely got a laugh out of me, like seeing Kong using Baby Kong to attack the bad Kongs, or even, you know, just seeing heartwarming moments, like Kong giving some of his food to Baby Kong. You get a new Titan in here, as well, 2 new Titans. Scar King, good villain, and I enjoyed seeing how, you know, he scares the other Kongs that are basically under his role. He has this backstory that he attempted to conquer the Earth's surface and kill Godzilla's species, but Godzilla trapped him in Whole Earth, so now he uses a Titan named Shimo, who shoots out a powerful ice breath, and where she's basically like the ice monster version of Godzilla. So overall, both are good concepts for these new Titans. And lastly, I enjoyed the climactic battle at the end with, you know, Godzilla and Kong going after Scar King and Shimo. And, you know, the battle starts with Godzilla just beating the shit out of Kong, even though he was just trying to, you know, warn him, or, you know, just tell him, dude, I'm not the enemy, we have to go in this fucking portal. And then you have Mothra showing up in here, which I had no idea that Mothra was going to be in this. But, you know, you have her in this, and she just basically shows up to tell the two, or you know, to tell Godzilla, rather, you fucking idiot, Kong is not the enemy, you two have to go down in this portal. You know, it's basically like that confrontation she had with Godzilla and Rodan in Ghidorah, the three-headed monster. The battle takes them, you know, to Hollow Earth, and then it takes them back to Earth. And just overall, the whole climatic battle is just a spectacle of seeing, you know, seeing buildings falling apart and, you know, seeing these monsters beating the living shit out of each other. And you do basically root for Godzilla and Kong to defeat the Scar King and Shimo.
Now I have seen everything.
Now we get on to the gas station burritos. The only thing that I'm mixed with this film is the fact that Godzilla has a shorter screen time than he had in the previous films, in this franchise, rather. It's more centered on Kong, and Godzilla is basically a background character because he's more focused on, like, getting this energy from this Titan. And you know, he does that, and then he shows up in the third act, you know, to be a part of the climactic battle. And for the most part, it's fine, because I like seeing how centered this film was on Kong, and, you know, especially with him discovering more of his kind, and, you know, just the overall journey that he goes through in order to stop Scar King. So, all in all, you know, I'm fine with it. I'm on the ride for that, and I can have some fun. But at the same time, I go to these movies, especially the Toho films, to see Godzilla. I mean, after all, he is the king of the monsters. He's the one that basically started this whole monster trend, even though King Kong predates him a little. So overall, I just kind of wish that they found a way for both Kong and Godzilla to get equal screen time, like the way they were able to do that in Godzilla vs. Kong. And now we get to the dumpster fire, and the only thing that I'll throw in it is, and it's mainly because I don't have much criticism with the film, and it's just the simple fact that the character that gets them to Hollow Earth felt pointless to me. You know, you have this English-speaking character who is like the overall tough guy, if you will, and as soon as he gets killed in the second act, we get to see one of the characters, you know, that's part of this group. They fly the ship that they're in that, you know, gets them to Hollow Earth. You know, they fly the ship in the third act as if they're already skilled in piloting it. So, so for me, it was just, if the only character in this group who's going to get killed was removed from the film entirely, the characters in the plot, they would just reach their final destination in the exact same way. Like, it just made me went, so what was the point of having him in this film? Like, what was the point of this character in here if one of them in this group is just going to fly the ship whenever they want? In conclusion, this is a fun monster movie like its previous installment starring with Godzilla, King of the Monsters. I can easily see myself coming back to this one every now and then, you know, as long as if I'm in the mood for it. And look, if you're a huge fan of monster movies and, you know, just seeing like the fun and the spectacle of them, this is definitely for you. To wrap this up with my rating, Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire is another fun installment in the Monsterverse franchise, with great monster action, likable characters, and a grand spectacle of a climatic battle. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please tell me how you feel about this movie down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, and to see a lot more videos from me in the near future, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you can get notified every single time I upload. I hope you all have a blessed life, and in case I don't ever get to meet you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.